Hello everybody, I am Brant19 and welcome to the May channel update. For all of you new subs or people who didn't check out the last one, this is my monthly update about what's going on with the channel and some stuff about what might be going on in my regular life away from the channel. Just a nice little update for you guys to exactly what's been going on. So I guess we'll jump right on in it. I want to go ahead and say hello to all of our new subscribers. We do have quite a few out there. And we have some people who aren't, I know for sure they're not sub, but they are watching, and I welcome you as well. You're more than welcome to sub at any time you like. If you don't, that's fine. But anyways, let's just jump on in. So first thing, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Yes, there was a wrapped up episode in the last month, or over April, that got done. And it happened a little bit more sooner than I thought it should. Yes, we ended up our fourth right campaign. That thing is completely done. Unfortunately, it ended in failure. After, 100 and what, 5, 6, 7 episodes, somewhere in there, it didn't quite go the way I thought it would go. That's what I get for not taking care of my economy after every war, and just kind of getting, when you have India and China, all of Europe and Africa and Japan, I mean, massive amounts of population, and massive amounts of resources. The resources weren't the problem, it was just I couldn't keep the money flowing. And no matter what I turned off, no matter what I did, and then I kind of picked on the US, or well, the US I picked on more of North America than I should have. I should have left a couple more nations between me and Mexico and the United States so that I didn't have to worry about sharing a border and eventually going to war with them. But, or I should have moved a ton more units across and hoped that my economy was a little bit better so that I could have paid those units to continue fighting as well. But it just didn't work. It didn't happen. Maybe one day our Fourth Reich campaign can be tried again, but it's going to be quite a while before I think I get back into it. So, yeah, that's all that we really did as far as anything old wrapping up. I think we did, well, we did do a little bit of the... what was that, Wildlife Part 2, and I got through some of it. Just didn't really like the way that it flowed. The game is, it's more for streaming in my opinion. If I was still to be on Twitch or to do YouTube gaming or whatever it's called, the live thing for YouTube, I might do that again. It's kind of boring in my opinion. I mean, I like those games, but it kind of felt like it felt buggy to me. I would much rather have played like a Zoo Tycoon or a Zoo Tycoon 2 or something like that, where it wasn't so buggy when I played it. But it's alright. We'll, maybe another time, maybe when we get to streaming or something like that maybe we can do it then. But that's going to be a while before my internet's there to that point. But, so let's go ahead and jump and switch gears just a little bit over to growth. And I like to talk about this during these monthly updates just because it's really kind of cool to see how the channel expands and how it grows and stuff like that. Now, you're guaranteed to get 2 videos out of me every day. Sometimes you might get 3. You never know. I could jump ahead and do something special, but you're guaranteed to get 2 videos out of me, and that somehow translates to, I guess, more eyes on the videos and into growth. It's really cool how that kind of stuff happens. So, this month we gained 3,076 views, brand new views, just adding on top, and 14 new subscribers, so I welcome you 14. And yeah, I think that was really kind of cool. We're now up to, we were up to 77 at the start of the month, but we've gone up even more now. Our channel total right now, grand total views, broke 10,000 last month. We're now at 10,768. Or excuse me, no, we're actually at 11,061 views as of right this moment as I'm recording this, which is really cool. I love that. I like seeing it still go up, and the fact that it's gone up 400 in, 5 days, 6 days is pretty cool. Also, we had 77 subs at the beginning of this month, which was where that 14 came in. But now we're up to 79, so we got 2 new ones. Welcome to you guys as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like paying attention to my growth and keeping up. And just so y'all know, I did find a really cool way. I've now got my Excel. I have an Excel sheet that keeps up with that kind of stuff. I keep up with a whole bunch of different metrics just to see how well I do over time. It's just a little fun little thing I do because I care about the channel. And I made out a graph so I could see. I like to keep up with There's a website out there that tells you what they predict you'll do in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, all kinds of that. So I like to go in there and see if I could beat what they think I could do. Now, mind you, it's only linear, it's only a linear graph. It's not gonna show an exponential side to it, which theoretically your views and your subs should be exponentially growing. But, it's pretty cool just to see over time how I'm beating that number, and on top of it, how much that graph does look like it's starting to go exponential. I really do like the look of that. So I'm gonna keep that up for a while. But, yeah, so enough about the growth of the channel and stuff like that. I know that's kind of boring to some of y'all. Let's go ahead and talk about what you're really here about, and that's our current series. And let's start with our Georgia's Golden Circle. Now, I know I call it the Golden Circle all the time, but it really is, it's me playing as Georgia to realize this Golden Circle. And I have Colonel Saunders, which is really just Colonel Sanders. I thought that was hilarious. I would just take the guy from the Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I would just throw him as the leader of this southeastern United States. It was just too appropriate, in my opinion, to do that. So I jumped ahead and I did it. I really do like that. So that was just kind of what I thought. And then, just so everybody knows, yes, there's been some questions about, was this Golden Circle a real thing? And actually, it really was. It was it was created, I want to say, in Ohio or Indiana or Illinois, somewhere up there. There was a thought process back in the 1850s that the United States at the time should start working towards incorporating all of the Gulf and the Caribbean Sea into the United States. They would call it the Golden Circle. It was really more about slavery, and I will 100% admit that. But it was really kind of cool that that's what they wanted to do. So I just thought, I kind of went looking through some stuff, and I really wanted to make an objective-based campaign, something that, it did have an end date. It had an end objective, not an end date. So that's what I came up with. I was like, I live in Georgia. I like the southeastern United States. I like working with that region. I like doing things with it. I know that region very well. I travel it all the time, so I'm very familiar with things in the region. So I decided, why don't I make my own Golden Circle? So that's what it is. That's what it's looking like. It's gotten really far, actually. I've taken over most of the I've taken over all the states that I wanted at this time, as well as start picking into Central America a little bit, which is pretty cool. So it's going really well. It's got a little bit more life in it. I'd say I'm maybe halfway done, and I say maybe because I really have no clue. If I get attacked by somebody from the north, I'm gonna take them out. So I want to make sure, that adds on to the time. Also, our UN approval is very bad right now, is where it's sitting. So it's kind of like we got to let that work itself out. Our economy's fine. That's the cool thing. The economy's perfect. Also, we got to work on some research things. We got to get some the ability to invade Cuba and these islands, but that's coming along. So no big deal there. Also, stepping over to our 6 p.m. Eastern series. That's the Ottoman Empire Reborn series, where it's us playing as Turkey and taking over the Middle East, southeastern Europe, and gonna be northern Africa when that time comes. And that one's coming along really well as well. I can't foresee it going on for very much longer. I'm not exactly sure where I'm at right now as what's released. I have played through this whole coming week, and I can tell you, after this week's worth of episodes, there might be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more episodes somewhere in there on that one. It's just, it's too easy to keep, have that one mess, the way it's going. So, we're just gonna kind of, I'm going to kind of just play that one by ear as well. It will be ending before the Golden Circle campaign, though, so just to give you a heads up on that. I don't see it going too much longer, so we'll be planning out something new for the future. And since we're talking about the future, let's go ahead into my next little segment here, and that's on the upcoming stuff for the channel. So I know I mentioned last time that there is Supreme Ruler Great War coming out, and we were thinking maybe May or June. But from what I've gathered, and these are some posts that are as recent as the last 2 weeks, they don't seem like they have the game even close to done. We were talking, I mean, you know, in the game where there's railroads and stuff like that, but it seems like they have only gotten just the railroads in. They haven't actually done the roads either. So they're steadily working, which, I mean, it takes time to do that game. I get it 110%, but they're working at it, and right now we're just kind of sitting back waiting for them to get it done. So we might do some more Supreme Ruler Ultimate stuff. We might you know, we might fill in and do some, you know, maybe some period stuff, because we can go back in Ultimate to World War II. That might be something we do. So just some stuff like that. Now, they did talk about, though, in Supreme Ruler Great War, of pulling out the map editor, where you could edit the map however you want to do it. So I guess the thought process is I could make my own country out of whatever nations I wanted to, and I could kind of play the game how I would like to do it. And I was thinking about this, and I was like, I bet you I could mess with alliances, and I could turn fictitious stuff that are like in books and movies and TV shows and turn those into real things. So that's something I've been knocking around in my brain here. Just if that comes out and that's possible, I'm gonna do it. So just be on the lookout for when that time comes. Also out there is something I found out just today. Now, I have no clue how this is gonna work. There's a game out there called Realpolitik, and that's politic with like a K on the end. So I have downloaded the demo. I'm going to get to playing that over the next few days, and maybe we'll see that come out. It looks like it's much more extravagant than Supreme Ruler. It looks like it's got a lot more to it, a lot more depth and detail. It has some mixed reviews on Steam, and I think that's more along the lines that it was being polished out at the time, and it's still being polished, but all the latest stuff has been good news. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And so that kind of ends the stuff about the channel. Now I'm going to go into a little bit of real life stuff here. First off, just to kind of tell you what I've got going on away from the channel. Outside of work and all the fun stuff of trying to manage relationships and friendships and stuff like that, I'm getting into drones now. I think I guess I should show this little itty bitty guy. This is really nothing, but this is just a little FPV drone right here. And I've been learning how to fly it, and I've been having a really good time with that. So much, in fact, that I'm getting ready to jump up to a $2,000 drone. So that'll probably happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then I'll get to play with it. Kind of thought that, you know, I love doing it so much, I'm even thinking about maybe starting a business around it. Got to see what that's like when the time comes, but I got a little more research into that portion too, and we'll have to see. There's a lot of stuff like getting a special permit and stuff like that I got to go through. But still, that's just one of those things going on. And also, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be attending my first political event. A lot of people here, maybe you know, maybe you don't. I'm into politics pretty big. Not going to tell you which side. Not going to say left, right, center, or anything like that. I am really just looking to get involved. You can make the biggest change when you're in positions of power, surprisingly. And I would just like to get up there and make my voice known and make my voice heard, and just kind of prove, you know, to myself that that's something I can do. So I'm going to actually attend a meeting, and I'm going to just see how that goes. So kind of excited about that. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you all so much for watching. All of the new subs, all the old subs, everybody who's here and new, I appreciate you all so much for sticking around and watching. There's going to be more coming up. I'm going to test out this new Realpolitik. Hopefully we get some new information on Supreme Ruler Great War. We're going to keep up with our Ottoman Empire Reborn campaign and our Golden Circle campaign. And we'll see how this all goes. But alright, guys, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.